Deployment, provisioning, and automation is one of my favorite areas within AWS. The reason is because when done well, life becomes easier further down the road. If you were to build an application architecture, you could do it piece by piece, working each component individually, and you would get it done. I've actually done that quite a bit. On the other hand, what if you used AWS CloudFormation? What benefits would that provide? Well, after learning how it operates, you would be able to build the entire architecture into a template. This allows you to treat your infrastructure like code. You could utilize reviews, versioning mechanisms, enforce standards, and then deploy when and where you needed. Once deployed, you would be able to perform updates to your architecture, changes, and recover or duplicate as needed. Whether testing updates, launching a failover environment, or creating a recovery application, you would know that they were all going to look just like the template stated. But what if you manage the systems within that architecture? You could do parts of that with CloudFormation, but you could also look at using a tool like AWS Systems Manager. That would enable you to perform actions across groups of instances, running commands, scheduling or configuring updates, or making changes to the systems themselves. Yes, you could do that by going through each of the servers individually, and that could work if you have a couple of servers or maybe a couple dozen. But when you start getting to larger fleets of servers, the job would become burdensome. It also increases the chances for human error to be introduced. With codified updates, everything can be checked and verified before anything is deployed. Whereas with manual updates, something as simple as an errant keystroke could cause an issue. And as great as all of that stuff is, those aren't my favorite parts about this topic. What I think becomes the most valuable is the automation. The ability to implement automated patch management, updates, and various other automated tasks means that you can perform necessary tasks without all of the tedium and repetition. Schedule your updates to your web and application servers for when they're receiving minimal traffic, and coordinate your log aggregation. You could even automate the launch of application architecture for only when you need it. If you have a job that needs to run once a month to organize, evaluate, and archive your logs, the entire infrastructure could be automated and would only launch when it was scheduled. Understanding deployment, provisioning, and automation can be a huge assistance to your utilization of the AWS cloud. Hopefully you can see some of the reasons I like this area so much and how helpful your comprehension of these topics will be to your real-world use of AWS. And with that, I'll talk to you later. Cheers.